Hi everyone, this is Audrey from Creations by Audrey, and this is my take on a toilet paper mini roll. I didn't use the toilet paper rolls, I actually used a method from Mary over on Crazy Cards '09. You have to check her out, she's got some really great ideas. But I was just playing around, and this is what I created. I have some keys from the bead landing. I think I picked them up in the jewelry department at Michael's. And one of my crocheted little flowers with a beaded brad that I got in the bridal department also at Michael's. I used multiple cartridges throughout this whole project to create this little mini album. It's great for, those little black and white photos of family, children, maybe a little trip. Who knows? You can, use it for multiple things. I also used a lot of close to my heart stamp sets, as well as some Tim Holtz in here. This is a paper pack that I purchased at Michael's. I think it was like a little 6x6 pack. They sell it usually for $5.99. So here's what I did. Is on my first page, I used the Art Philosophy cartridge. Actually, nope, I'm sorry. I used Springtime cards, and I cut this little coin envelope. I made this little flower from Tags, Boxes, and More. They had a little flower. I cut it out and just inked it up with some Tim Holtz ink. I think I used the antiquing one. Cut some tags out, threw them up behind here. I think I'm going to add some strings to it so it's a little more. And then I even have one in here. Sorry about this, I haven't made a video in a while. Put a little piece of Velcro on here to hold the envelope shut. I still haven't completed my tags for inside here yet. I'm hoping later on today I'll be able to get some done. On this next page, all I did was make a little frame, a little mat, using the Artiste cartridge. Layered it, stamped memories onto some crafty paper, and trimmed it down. I did put it on some chipboard to kind of give it some depth, and raised it up so the picture can still slide down inside. This page here is just plain. I put some brads up in the corner. I didn't want to kind of overdo this book a little bit. I kind of wanted to keep it a little simple so whoever receives it, they won't be so overwhelmed with it. And this here, I used one of the Cricut Cuttlebug folders. Cuddlebugged it. Used one of the Fiska edge punches. Punched out the little top border. Give it some. I used the Art Philosophy cartridge. Made this little booklet on the card feature. Made the mats. Inked up all my edges to help give it that finished look. On this next page, I used the Tim Holtz Enjoy the Journey stamp. Again, I put it up on some chipboard to give it some depth. Kept it raised off of the paper so I could slide a couple of little pieces of paper in there that they can add some more photos to. Used one of the safety pins that I found at Michael's in the brad section. They're calling these brads. I call them safety pins. Over on this page, I think this is my most in-depth page, I think, that I worked on. Some of the recollection lace self-adhesive. I added one of my little flowers again with the brad. I love making these little flowers. I usually make them when I'm on ambulance duty, in between calls, so it gives me something to do. And you pull this out, There's spaces for more journaling, more, you know, pictures. And if you slide it over, you have 2 more spots. I was going to make it into an opening where I could put either more tags in, but figured yeah, kind of make it a little more too bulky. So then the next page here, another simple page. I used the Tim Holtz stamp, trimmed this out, layered it up, popped it up on some pop dots so the picture can still slide underneath for the mat. Here, just used again the Tim Holtz rubber stamp. I love this little truck. Just something plain. If they wanted to, they could cover it up with a photo or just leave it. Maybe add a date or, you know, comment or something on here. This page here, again, it's another simple photo mat area for a picture. I added one of the bead landing keys over here into the corner. Thought this would be nice and simple. I love how that page turned out. Over here, I used Stamp of the Month 2012 for September from Close to My Heart. Give them some areas where they could journal for the picture either before or maybe just add some information about what the book is. And again, add another little key. Just here, photo mat, nice, simple, laid back. They can just, you know, they can add a photo. They could actually use a white gel pen and journal if they wanted to. Over here, I have a little envelope. I was trying to come up with a closure for it. Didn't work very well. Sorry guys, I'm using my cell phone for the video. This is another one of my little flowers that I've made with lace, and one of the self-made little roselets that you can pick up at Michael's, Joann's. And I just glued it onto the back of a paper clip. And here I put a little tab where you can do some journaling or add a little photo. Back here, there's 2 more tags, 2 different sizes for them to add photos, journaling, you know, or just leave them blank just for decoration. It doesn't really matter. And over here, I like to add these little simple blank pages with just sayings in them. It kind of adds to the book, adds to the album, and gives it some, you know, depth. And some open space so you're not cluttering it with photos if you don't want to. I mean, if you wanted to, whoever receives this could, you know, again, cover this up with a photo, you know. On the back page here, I just did a simple photo mat, put a couple of brads up in the corner, added a key, and it's nice and dangly, interactive, playful. My daughter was in here a little while ago. She was playing with it. The back, I just left it blank. I might add a stamp saying handmade to finish it up. I still want to add some ribbons and maybe some laces onto the wires here. I did use my new cinch to bind this. I do have the Bind It All. I am actually finding that I really enjoy using the cinch to do these. It's the measurements are a lot easier to work with, and you know, you're laying it more on a flat surface. So, but this is my little book. I hope you enjoyed it, and check back often for more projects. Happy crafting!